Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel where I share with you all things about moving abroad and also just sharing with you opportunities on how you can also relocate abroad. Today is no different. I'm really excited to share with you this opportunity that is available in Germany. It's a 1-year fully funded, 100% funded internship or fellowship available in Germany. This is really one of the life-changing opportunities that anyone out there can receive. I know that it works because I came to Germany through this same internship and I was able to secure a job in Germany after this fellowship. So I really want to spread the message, and I hope you get to share it with a lot of people out there because this opportunity is not really known by a lot of people, and that's why I want to create awareness and spread the message to as many people as I can so that everybody gets to apply, and let's hope a lot of people get to benefit from this. Applications for these internships is currently underway, so they are currently taking in application for the next year's intake, and the people that will get this fellowship will leave for Germany by the end of this year. So if you are interested for an opportunity abroad, then please keep watching the video so that I can provide you with the details on what kind of fellowship this is. The fellowship that I'm referring to, of which I was also part of, is called Afrika Kommt. So this is a program that brings the most visionary young African professionals and connect them to leading German companies. What this basically means is that they bring young African professionals to Germany and they get to work in one of Germany's leading companies. These are different companies, and I mean the top German companies. These are companies like Merck, SAP, Bosch, B. Braun. So these are the big companies in Germany, and you might wonder, why are they doing that? So here they are trying to create a win-win situation because these leading German companies are trying to now penetrate the African market, and Africa is really on the rise. There is a lot of potential when it comes to doing business in Africa. So these companies in Germany are trying to understand our way of being. Basically, just in order for them to do business in Africa, they need to understand us as human beings. So they are trying to understand our culture and our way of doing things. In the same manner, we as the people who are coming to Germany, or the fellows, are getting an opportunity to penetrate an international market and really get to also understand the German working culture. Germans are known for good work ethics. They are known as the people who are organized, and there has been a lot of invention that came out of Germany. So we are also trying to benefit from that, and also benefit from intercultural, getting to understand how people live on the other side of the world and not just be in our own bubble in whatever country you are living in Africa. So they are trying to create a win-win situation. We gain from the skills, trying to understand and also just benefit from their way of working, and hopefully we get to learn some skills which you can use back to change our ways of working or our ways of being back in Africa. And therefore we are known to be the change makers, and hopefully when the fellowship is over, you get to go back to Africa or whatever decision you make, but the hope is that you go and become a change maker back in Africa. Just in case you are coming across my channel for the first time, I'm Ria. I am from Namibia. I came to Germany in 2021 through the Afrika Kommt fellowship, this program that I'm currently talking about right now. After the fellowship, which was for a period of 1 year, I was able to secure a job in one of Germany's leading company, and now I live in Germany. So if you're also somebody who is looking for opportunities in Europe or somewhere else in the world, I do make a lot of videos on job opportunities, also providing you information on how you can move abroad. So if that's something that resonates with you, then I advise you to click on the subscribe button, because I will always provide videos on different ways or opportunities on how you can move abroad. If it's your first time here and you have subscribed to the channel, please also drop for me in the comment section. Just write for me the word new so that I can come in the comment section and just give you a hug and welcome you to the community. I really do love engaging with you, and if you do have any questions, do leave them in the comment sections. And to my returning viewers, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate you for sharing the videos, for engaging with me. I really appreciate that. Keep on liking, keep on subscribing, and just thank you for being part of the Dream with Ria community. So this 1-year fellowship is managed by a company called GIZ, and this company, together with the leading German companies, have come together in order to make this program work. So GIZ is the one managing or coordinating everything when it comes to the fellowship, and then you have the companies where the fellows are gonna do their internship. So they are all working together to make sure that the program is a success. And in addition to that, the fellowship is sponsored also by the German government. They are also a big stakeholder in this program, and they fully support it, because in the end we are trying to create good relations between Germany and Africa, and it's in the best interest of the government as well. That's why by the end of the fellowship you also get to meet the president of Germany, Frank Steinmeier. So it's really a good collaboration between these entities. You might be watching the video and you are thinking, a fellowship? Why am I applying for a fellowship? With my 10 years or my 20 years of work experience, why will I be applying for a fellowship? Don't downplay yourself. This is more than a fellowship. It's a life-changing moment. You get to work in Germany's biggest company, right? You are getting experience. You are getting your foot in the door to the European work market, or let's say the first world market. So people are leaving their jobs, their management position. People with PhD apply for this fellowship, and people really take it serious, because it's more than a fellowship. It's just a transformational moment. So just in case you don't know, I'll tell you this for free. One of the lucrative ways that people use to enter the workforce in Europe or anywhere else in the first world is through things like fellowship, internships, scholarship, and volunteer work. That's one of the ways people really use to get jobs into this market. And yeah, I mean, it's better for somebody to get a job because you worked here already, or you've been here already, other than giving a job to somebody who is back in Africa or anywhere else in the world. I mean, it's not impossible, because now the European market is really looking for skilled workers. A lot of people are needed to come and work here. But what if you are not part of the group who are falling under skilled workers? So what do you do then? So for most people, that's the way that they used to come to the first world. And just in case you want to apply, the applications are currently open. They opened on the 15th of February and they are closing on the 24th of March. So you still have enough time to really put together a compelling application in order for you to shoot your shot. I'm putting myself out here, and for somebody who is really interested in this, I need you to put down all your questions that you have in the comment section, because I'm willing to assist whoever is in need or have any question regarding the fellowship, because I know the struggle. I have been there, so I can answer any questions that you have. And I think it's only in the comment section where I'm really gonna be answering questions. I'm not gonna answer question on any other platform, because I want other people to also benefit from whatever question you have. There might be somebody out there who is also asking for the same question. So I urge you, if you really want to apply for this fellowship, I'm more than happy to assist you and help you get through this whole process. So the Afrika Kommt Fellowship takes in fellows every year. So it's an every year thing where they are taking in fellows. So currently they are at their 12th intake. I was part of the 10th intake. So they are now looking for people who are going to be part of the 13th intake. Even if you are not ready to do the application this year, let's say maybe you think that you are not ready, there are still things that you need to sort out, you can still wait until next year and then do your application. You can still save this video and do your application next year, and it doesn't matter when you are watching this video, even if it's years to come from now on. If you have questions, just leave them in the comment section. I'll always answer to your questions. Fellowship is quite well organized. They really try the best to make sure that you are sorted, and when it comes to finances and stuff, there is nothing to worry about. Like I said, the fellowship is 100% sponsored, fully funded. And what I mean by that, they pay for everything when it comes to the fellowship. They pay for your accommodation, they pay for tickets, and they still give you a stipend. So you get a stipend ranging, and it really depends on which company you are joining, because each company gives a different stipend depending on circumstances. So the stipends range from, let's say, 1,000 to 300 to 1,500, and of course it goes up through the years because there's also inflation to cover for. So financially you will be well sorted, and there's absolutely nothing to worry about. I think this is one of the incredible fellowship that I've ever heard of, and I was so fortunate enough to be part of it because I was living like a queen. Yeah, it was really good. I had a great time, because you really get to be supported by, let's say, GIZ and the company. They really take very good care of you, and they just try to make you comfortable, because they also know that you are entering into a new culture. You are leaving whatever you had known back in Africa or wherever you are coming from, and you are entering this new market. You have to relearn, let's say, most of the stuff. So they try to make you feel so comfortable. And one thing that I've forgotten is also that not forgotten, but I'll probably mention the requirements also later on. This fellowship is applicable to anyone that is part of a nationality in Africa. So anybody from Africa, as long as your nationality is any African country, you qualify for this fellowship. So it doesn't matter, maybe you are in other countries, let's say you are already in Europe, but your nationality is still a country in Africa, you still qualify to apply for this fellowship. So let's say you are interested in applying for this fellowship. Maybe you are now wondering, how do I end up applying to be part of one of the leading companies in Germany? So there is an application process. There's a website called afrikakommt.de. So in Afrika Kommt means Africa is coming. How it works is that with the application, there are different profiles. So these leading German companies provide, or let's say they create job profiles in their companies, and these job profiles are the ones that are being advertised by Afrika Kommt. So each company creates different profiles of different needs that, or different positions that they have in their company. So it's literally a job advert. So these are job adverts that are available on the Afrika Kommt website that you can then use to submit your application. So each company creates a job advert, and then you, as somebody who wants to apply, get to scan. So there's like a list of different applications or different adverts. So right now, for this year, there are 41 profiles, and those are like job adverts from which you can scan through and check which one best matches your applications and your experiences. So you get to scan all those job profiles, and then you select the best two that applies or matches well with you. You can apply only for one profile, or you can apply for two. The choice is all up to you, but the thing here is that you need to apply for the one that best matches your experiences and your education, because remember, this fellowship is available to the whole of Africa. You have to submit your best application possible, because remember that this fellowship is available to the whole of Africa. So anybody in Africa can apply, meaning that it's gonna be so much competitive, and you have to do the best that you can. Africa is full of bright minds, so many confident people, so many qualified people. So you have to make sure that you submit the best application possible. Make sure that you read through everything in your application and it's written fully and you don't leave out anything. So make sure that you do submit a well-written application. I will take you through the website in a while to show you how you can apply and where you can apply and all that. But before we go to that, I just want to perhaps take you through the whole process. What happens, let's say, after you submit your application, or let me just give you an idea of what happens throughout the whole fellowship when you are selected. So after the application, you have to be very patient, because it will take around about maybe 2 to 3 months before you hear back from the Afrika Kommt team. So after that, they will then contact you, depending on the company that you have applied for. They will call you for, let's say, maybe a screening call, just to see if they can move forward with you. But it's not everybody that receives a screening call. So after the screening, Afrika Kommt will then contact you to notify you that you have been selected for the assessment center. That's if you make it to the next step. They will contact you for a 2-day assessment center. And with the assessment center is where they are checking the selected people's competencies to see if, so you will have one-on-one interviews, you will have group work, those are like case studies, and you will have presentations, a lot of engagement with the team that you are going to work in the company, as well as with the GIZ colleagues who are all assessing you to make sure that they select the best candidates. And perhaps I will make another video where I can give you some guidance on how you perform in the assessment center, how you need to prepare and so forth. Just let me know in the comment section if I can prepare a video for that. So after the assessment center, the team then select their best candidate. So from the assessment center, that's where they choose the people who will make it to Germany. And after the assessment center, there are still some companies who will call the candidate from the assessment center for like a further screening call, or let's say a further interview, perhaps to meet the team, so that the team can also assess whether you fit into their team, because it's really important for the German, when it comes to the German working ways, they really put a great emphasis on teamwork, and they need somebody who fits well within the team and also just values the team. So not everybody receives that call. Some people just go to the assessment center and get feedback whether they made it or not. So after that call, then you will get feedback from Afrika Kommt, whether you made it or you didn't make it. But usually between the assessment center and the time they notify you, most probably still a month before you get the final outcome after the assessment center. So those who make it out of the assessment center, the successful people will be notified, and that's when they will send you the contract, narrating to you, to have some legal or contractual document stipulating the whole fellowship, what you're going to do, their ways of working, and just different procedures and also putting for you, let's say, they are so prepared, they already have for you like the whole timetable of what you're going to do throughout the whole fellowship. And then after the contracts are signed, that's when the visa process starts. They will pay for everything, they will pay for the visa, so no need to worry about that. They will notify you to start the visa process, and with the visa process you basically have to apply at your respective embassy in your country, wherever you are. So you have to book your appointment online and just get to go for your visa appointment. And at the visa appointment, they don't really ask you like a bunch of things. I don't remember them asking me anything, because remember, when you are coming to Germany and you're applying for a visa to Germany, it can be quite complicated and they ask you so many things. They also want you to know or have knowledge of the German language, but that wasn't the case for me, because everything was so prepared already. And GIZ has given us already like a sponsorship letter. They have given us the insurance, health insurance documents. So they have prepared everything. So going to the embassy wasn't an issue, and I was just assisted. I didn't even have to pay. Remember, when you apply for a visa, you have to pay for a visa application fee, because I think this is a special fellowship. We don't pay for visa application fee, because I remember asking the lady. I even took the money along to go pay for the visa application, and then I asked the lady at the embassy, am I not paying? Then she was like, no, you don't pay for this, because it also seems like it's in the best interest of the embassy to also have us apply for this kind of visa. I don't know, but it somehow also benefits the embassy that we are applying for this visa and being part of this fellowship. So that was quite good. That whole visa process went as smooth. So after the visa application, in parallel to that, the Afrika Kommt team also contacts you to already, while you are in your home country, to start the German language course. So you have to start a German language course, mainly with Goethe Institute, because there's like the world organization that provides different languages courses and stuff. So they pay for you to do the German language already while you are in your country, and then you just start, so that at least when you come to Germany you have a bit of basic knowledge. But German is not so easy. You get your visa after application. I think it takes like maybe 3 to 2 weeks to get the visa, and then after the visa you come to Germany in November you come to Germany. And then after that, so basically once you land in Germany, there's a portion to the whole thing. So what you do first is you get to attend the international management training, where they are giving you training on basically about, let's say, the culture in Germany. They are teaching you, because they are bringing you into a new environment. They are teaching you what to expect and maybe how to act when you are confronted with different situations. Just teaching you intercultural competencies and how to be aware of being with people in a new culture, how to adjust to adapt in this new environment. They are giving you different kind of training: project management, change management. So literally most things, like it's a course that prepares you for the internship, which was super good, because it really prepares you and look forward to the whole internship with the company. The portion of the international management training, and the other portion is getting to learn the German language. So it takes you 3 months when you get to Germany before you go to the partner company. So through those 3 months, you are doing the German language course. You are going to school, you are doing the course, and yeah, you just get to learn and also just write the exam for the German language, which they all pay for, and the training that we have attended was also already paid for. We didn't have to pay for anything. After the German language, and then the last portion will be to go to the partner company. So the company that selected you, you get to move to that company. So it's basically different companies, different fellows. So everybody goes to the city where that specific company is operating from, or where you are assigned to. So the first 3 months you are all living in one city, and then after that all the fellows, all the participants go to different country or different cities, to their partner companies. So you spend then 8 months in with the partner company. That's where you are doing your internship or your fellowship. And with the fellowship you are literally like a normal employee of the company. You are working as a normal person, and you are in position where you get to gain a lot of skills, competencies, getting to get leadership skills and all sort of things. So you really get a lot of exposure when it comes to working in an international company. So that's the last portion, being at the internship, where you are there for a period of 8 months. And then after the internship, you have 1 month, which is October, where you are still getting further trainings. You are getting prepared now to close the fellowship, and then the fellowship ends depending on like your choice after the fellowship, whether you are going back to Africa, or you are going back to wherever you are coming from, or you are remaining in Germany. That's the end of the fellowship. That's the 12 months. You are still watching the video, right? Thank you so much. Please hit for me the like button. It really helps YouTube recognize that this video needs to reach as many people as we can, because we need a lot of awareness created for amazing opportunities like this one. So it will really help somebody out there. So please hit for me the like button. It will mean so much. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button so that you can become part of Dream with the Ria community. So this is the official website of Afrika Kommt Fellowship. So like I said, you go to afrikakommt.te, and then you will land on the home page. You can see here that applications are now open, and you can click here if you want to apply. If we move down here, you can see it says, it kind of gives you like an explanation of what Afrika Kommt is. And it says that companies benefits from expertise, knowledge, local network, and unique African perspective of the young African professionals. The African fellows dive deep into the German corporate specific, German business spirit, and the German culture. So those are the stuff that you will benefit from the fellowship. Currently, 344 African professionals have been part of the fellowship, and 34 companies. Then they are from 27 African countries. And you can see here are the partner companies that take in fellows. So each year is different. So it's like every year different companies become partners, but there are those who are consistent. Companies like SAP, Bosch, Merck, and B Brown, and others are always there every year. But there are those that are like, this year we need this person, so we'll take part this year, but maybe not the following year. So every year it's different companies. So this is just an explanation on why you need to become a partner. You can meet the current fellows. So these are the fellows that are currently in Germany right now attending the fellowship. You can literally just go through the whole page and get to read information by yourself. And just in case you are not ready to become a fellow this year, you are not ready to apply, you can always set an alert that will notify you the following year that applications are now open. And if we go to the next tab, here you can just read more, but we want to go to the page, to the tab that says become a fellow. And if you go to why should I join, why you should join, they give you sort of some explanations like you will benefit from leadership and management competencies. You really get to access network and different opportunities that will accelerate your career as well as your personal growth, because you are working in these companies, you are meeting a lot of people, you are creating genuine relations with people from all different companies and so on. And you get to improve your intercultural competencies. I mean, you are coming into a new environment, a new culture, so you are really navigating how to adapt to a different environment. You get to broaden your perspective and steer up your innovation and just grow as a person. So those are just some of the reasons or the benefits. And what should I know about the program? You can read that, but let's go to the eligibility requirements of the program. So, in order for you to qualify to apply for this fellowship, you need to be a citizen of any African countries. You need to have a relevant university degree. A postgraduate degree is an advantage. It won't really disqualify you. It's just an advantage if you have it. If not, you just have a university degree, you can just apply. You need to have at least 2 to 5 years of work experience. You need to have excellent English language skills, because this program or fellowship is carried out in English. So you are expected to know the English language. And basic knowledge of German language is an advantage. You don't really need to know how to speak German or any German word in order for you to apply. Just like I didn't know anything about the German language, but I applied and I got it. Not You should not be older than 35 years at the time of application. So these are the eligibility requirements, but I will say that they are not let's say fixed. I mean, there are different circumstances. If you happen not to meet any one of these requirements, you can still apply, but you need to be a citizen of Africa in order for you. That is you can't compromise on that. But just apply and see if you'll be able to make it. So further selection criteria is, of course, you need to have a good oral as well as written communication skills, willingness to learn the German language, um, things like professional skills. You need to have a high leadership potential, and a whole lot of other criteria that will qualify you for this fellowship. If you go back to the tab Become a Fellow, we want to know, how do you apply? So this is, I bet, the question on everybody's mind right now. How do you apply for the fellowship? So the first step is to, how do you submit your application? And the first step is that you need to read through the general candidate requirements to see if you are a fit, or if this is really something for you. You need to read through the requirements, and you can open up the requirements by clicking on general candidate requirements. So once you read through that, you can then go to the second step to see the
fellowship placements or the job adverts that are available. Remember, I said that these are just like any job adverts out there. You need to check which job advert applies to you, and we call these adverts um, profiles, and that's what they are narrating in the second step. You need to open up available fellowship placements. So once you open these, if you open it up, you'll be able to see which profiles are currently available for the 13th intake. And you can see here the companies that are currently taking part are B. Brown, Boehringer Ingelheim, BioNTech, Robert Bosch, Merck, Odo, Bang, as well as Siemens. So these are the companies that are currently looking for people, and the profiles are down here. So there are 41 profile, guys. You need to go through in detail and see which one matches your qualification as well as your work experience. It's like applying for any other job. You need to check the one that is most applicable to you. So go through all the positions and just check. And you'll see here some will specify which country they want to focus on. You will find that some job profiles will say all nationalities are welcome. Some will say maybe just Ghana, Nigeria. Maybe some will say they only need somebody from Kenya. So you need to check those requirements. If you are not from Kenya, please don't apply for it. It means that they probably have a specific need in Kenya, and the person who's coming to Germany will be trained and whatnot, and there might be an open position for them, or a need to be filled in Kenya once they are done with the fellowship. So if you are not from Kenya, please don't apply. Just as any other countries, if they are saying it's for a specific country, only if you are from that country you should apply. If it says all nationalities, some specify different locations. Check which location applies to you. So it's a lot of positions. You just have to go through a lot, and see which one is most applicable to you. You will see they will tell you the education they need, the different experiences, and so forth. So these are the different job adverts that the different companies are looking for. And don't forget that it shows you here in red is the name of the company that the profiles falls under. So different profiles under different companies. So that was about the profiles. And now we go back to the third step. Once you identify your profile, you go to the third step, which is to register on the Afrika Kommt website so that you can start your application. If you want to start with the registration, you can click on this link here for the registration. And the application needs to be filled in English, please. No other language. It needs to be in English. So once you register, you can then start the application. It's quite a lengthy application. So if you are interested, you really have to start already with the application, because the application ends on the 24th of March. It's quite lengthy. It needs to be detailed. So you have to make sure that you really put in the effort, because every compelling application, that's what makes you through or to be a suitable candidate. And Germans are really, really people that pay attention to details, and they love details. They don't like vague stuff. So your application needs to be very, very, very specific if you are referring to certain instances. And you can see here it says, in addition to filling in the application form, you will be asked to upload a short presentation about your motivation. So you need to come up with a PowerPoint slides on your motivation for applying the for the Africa Com Fellowship. And then in addition to that, there's a part where you have to come up with an idea for change, because remember the fellowship is about connecting Africa um, with Germany, and also creating change makers to go and make a difference in Africa. So you have to come up with an idea. What is it that after the fellowship you gain this experience, you gain the knowledge on certain method on how things are done in the first world? What is it that you want to change back home, um, with the knowledge that you currently have now as a fellow? So you also have to attach a photo and your certifications for your qualifications. So yeah, you have to register and then complete the application. And then the last step will be now to submit your application. Just make sure that you submit your application before the actual deadline. It just makes you look serious and not coming to submit. Nobody wants to submit applications on last days. There's always things you will forget and whatnot. You just want to do it right ahead of time. Finish it, read it through, give it to somebody else to scan through, ask somebody if it makes sense and whatnot. That's at least what I did. I did my application, I completed, I was asking for advice while I was completing the application form. And then when I was done, I handed it to a colleague who reviewed it. And I'm so grateful for having such people in my life, because they reviewed and they gave me feedback, and I really amended the application based on their feedback. And I could see some stuff which I haven't seen before, to say that this really makes sense. I need to change it to this way. And I'm grateful for those opportunities that I had people who were willing to assist me review my application. So give it to somebody to have a second eye. Give your change initiative to somebody who has an idea of the topic at hand, and just let somebody read through it and guide you as well. And the last step is submit your application, and then wait for Afrika Kommt to contact you if you happen to make it through the selection. So one cool thing about the Afrika Kommt website is that um, there is a network. So basically, they have like a network of all the alumni, all the people that have been part of the Afrika Kommt Fellowship before. They have put them on their website. So meet our alumni. So these are people that you can reach out to if you really have questions. People from different countries, so you can go out here and filter somebody from your country and reach out to them. You can reach out maybe via LinkedIn or somewhere else, and reach out and ask for their advice, ask for help. And you can also reach out to the AfricaCom team, where it says contact. You can see here, you can contact them for any questions that you have, and they are very, very responsive. If you have any question, there is no such a thing as a stupid question. You have to ask any question that you have. They are really, really so much helpful. You can also reach out to Africa Compt team if you have any questions. So yeah, that was the website. And if you do happen to apply, and like I said, if you do have any questions, please put them down for me in the comment section. I'm more than happy to help you out. I'm more than happy to provide an experience of the whole thing. I want to motivate and have as many African people apply, African professional apply for this fellowship. I just hope you get to apply and also just get to experience this, to elevate your career and also elevate your life. So yep, so this was it. This is Africa Compt, And what did you think of my Afrika Kommt t-shirt, guys? This is the t-shirt that I got from Afrika Kommt when I finished the program. So what do you think about it? Maybe I should just stand around to show you the back of it. I'm not sure if it will be visible, but yeah. So this is Afrika Kommt 10. So I was part of the 10th intake. I hope that you could see that. I'm not too sure. I couldn't see from my back. But I really want to also just advise you, if you do happen to apply, you have to be serious. You need to know why you are applying. You need to have motivation and passion for this, because that's the only thing that's gonna carry you through, because there's still so much more coming. You have this lengthy application that you have to complete. The assessment center is coming. There's a lot of things that is still coming, and you need to be serious. Everybody out there is hungry for opportunities. You need to put in your best. If you have put in your best, then you need to know that something good will come out of it, as long as you do the best that you can. I hope that somebody who happened to watch this video also get into the program. If you happen to get in the program, please just come back and also put it for me in the comment section that yes, Ria, I made it. That will mean so much to me, knowing that my work or my effort didn't go into vain, trying to assist my fellow race. And yeah, I will be truly grateful if you can come back with feedback and whatnot. And I truly wish you all the best that you can. And if you don't make it, if you do put in your best and you don't make it, honestly, just keep on going. Try for other opportunities. Apply again next year. I know of people that have applied for this fellowship for like 7 years, and maybe on the 8th year or on the 7th year, that's when they got the fellowship. Just don't give up. Just keep going. Continue applying. Something eventually will come up, as long as you are prepared and there's an opportunity. Those two will make you get it. Opportunity means preparation. You will succeed. And yeah, I really wish you all the best with whatever is coming up for you. Watch this video coming up next on your screen. It will also help you in your job search. Choose. Much love.